Okay, so this is the video where we actually model an object. By the end of the video, I'm going to put a list of what we covered in this video additionally, and you can feel free to model anything that you see fit, which can be like simple, such as a hardcover book, or maybe glasses, or maybe an iPhone, or another tech gadget like an Apple Watch or something like that. Yeah, have fun. Okay, so taking what we learned from the previous video, I want to apply it in this video to make a wine glass. First of all, I'm going to be deleting the object by pressing X and delete, and then adding a cylinder by going to add mesh and cylinder. So we're going to be modeling a wine glass. How are we going to do that? First of all, if this drop down is closed, you open it, put the cap fill type into triangle fan. I'm gonna make this cylinder the base of our cup, and we want to scale it down. And if we want to scale it down in the Z axis, you press S and then Z. So that's just gonna affect the Z axis, right? So now it's going to look like that. That's the base of our cup. Beautiful. Let's go over to edit mode. So how we're gonna approach this is we press 7 in order to go to the top orthographic view. I'm going to select the faces, the top faces, okay? Make sure that nothing else is selected. Now that the top faces are selected, I want to extrude a tiny bit, right? I extruded it. I'm going to scale it down. This is where our cup is going to grow out of. I'm going to extrude it once more. So that's the handle part of our cup. I'm going to extrude it again, scale it up. Let's make sure that the proportions are matching the base, right? I'm gonna extrude it up. Sorry, I'm gonna scale it a bit further so that it's bigger, and extrude it, make it a bit smaller. So that's basically roughly a glass, right? In order to fix this, in order to smoothen stuff out, let's first model the inside, right? I'm going to extrude it once more, scale it a bit inwards, and I'm going to move this portion down. I'm going to press G and then Z, and it's going to go down. Like, I want to make it around the same level, and then I'm going to extrude it downwards in order to have more precise work and see where this portion is going. Oopsies. I'm going to toggle this X-ray in order to see through the glass and see what I'm actually doing. And I also want to go into side view, and while I'm extruding, I can see what's actually happening, right? I'm going to scale it a bit, extrude it again, and then scale it way smaller like that. Okay, so now that our cup is looking like a cup, I want to smoothen things out. So I just want to demonstrate something really quickly to you. If we go back into object mode, and if I choose to smoothen this out by, for example, oh wait, I forgot to toggle X-ray back off. If I choose to smoothen this out by right-clicking and saying shade smooth, this is gonna be a bit of an intriguing cup. There's also another way you can smoothen it out by going over to modifiers, add modifier, and in the generate section you have a subdivision surface. So if you increase these subdivisions, it's going to look very smooth like that. But that doesn't really look like a wine glass, does it? Because it's way too smooth and it's way too curvy. So I'm going to make this go back to how it was, go into edit mode, and I'm going to demonstrate how we can fix that part. So I'm going to do edge select, okay? So I want to select this round piece of edges, and I don't want to go through like shift and selecting all of them. And an efficient way to do this in Mac is you press shift option and select one edge. It's going to go over the whole thing, and I think in Windows it's going to be shift alt or something. So now that you selected that, I'm gonna go and press our bevel over here. I'm gonna press the bevel, and then I'm going to open this thing. I can increase our division so that we have a crease over here. So when we smoothen it out, there's gonna be emphasis on here to keep this part more or less, you know, emphasized. And we're gonna do this to other places as well. So I'm gonna do Shift Option, and I'm gonna select this, and I'm going to bevel it out and just increase the segments. You can do anything you want. Same thing over here. Okay, so now that we have emphasized the parts where we want a more or less steeper curve, I'm going to go back into object mode, and this time I'm going to be increasing this. And we can see something that resembles more definition and more like a cup. So yeah, that's our basic wine glass tutorial for now.